Hello everybody, Spiderrichard here, and today we're looking at another easy game to boost your gamer score. And today we are looking at the fantastic Sheltered. This game is entirely possible to get all 1000 gamer score in one playthrough. That's right, you heard me, one playthrough. And it is possible to do this. I'm pretty sure you can get most of the achievements in this game in one sitting, if not two. So what is Sheltered? Sheltered is a game where you must help your family survive the apocalypse in a bunker underground. Now to start off the game, you'll first be allowed to customize your family, and a bit of advice, the thing I would do is I would make sure all your family are small eaters by trait. This means they consume a lot less food than everyone else, and when you start the game, this is the thing which buggered me over for that final achievement that I had to do another playthrough through. Make sure you start the game with a pet fish, because the fish is very important. I will explain that later. Start your playthrough with a pet fish. Everything else about your family doesn't really matter, just play however you want. And the idea of the game is to keep all 4 family members alive throughout the, and when the last family member dies, that's when your game ends. If I had to compare the game to anything that I played before, I'd say it's probably quite like The Sims, where you just have to maintain a bunch of systems and stuff in your little base, or, well, your little house. These are the systems up here. You've got the water filtration, you've got the oxygen filter, and you've got a little generator over here in the right corner, which you add fuel to, and you can upgrade and fix with your people, and they'll fix it a bit faster depending on like how skilled they are, and obviously the skills will level up while you're actually playing and stuff. So the aim of the game really is just to survive as long as you can and wander around the wasteland and collect all the materials you possibly can in order to build the better items for your base to make your family happier and help them live long. Now there are loads of different ways you can collect the materials. The best way I've found was pretty much to send people on away missions. So you just get whichever characters you want. So for instance here we're going to take a little Barbara and we're going to take Michelle here, and we are going to send them on an away mission. Now the away missions are based on how much water you have. So you see we've got 15 water here in the top, and it's going to require 5 to go to these 2 little locations here. And then once you've done that, you can give them some tools like some gas masks so they don't get radiation poisoning, and give them maybe a pipe or something so they can protect themselves when they're out and about. And then once you've done that, you can send them on their merry way, and they will go and collect stuff and let you know that they've found things. And then once they've found things, you can just answer the radio and choose which ones you want them to bring home. Now it's very limited at the very beginning how much you can bring back, but you can upgrade how much you can carry and stuff later on in the game by building stuff like backpacks and things. Eventually, once you've been playing a hell of a long time, your base will be fully kitted out and you'll have absolutely everything. And you can even fully fix the camper van that's on the surface and take that out for wanderings and bring yourself loads of stuff home, and you can build all the best systems and have a beasting base like this. Now a couple of tips I found was have loads and loads of water butts, because they do help, and upgrade the crafting station as high as you can get it, because it does help a hell of a lot, so you can get all the bigger, better stuff. Now something that's very important is you're going to have to build traps in your base as well, because later on, day 134 I think was the first time it happened to me, you will have people come and attack your base and try to kill your people inside. And it's one of the achievements that I actually got last, was the one to kill everyone using traps in your base. So make sure you're prepared, make sure you've got a hiding spot, and make sure you've got all your people nice and organized, because those people do break in the base and they will murder everybody and you'll have to start again and it will suck. So the game is pretty simple, and it's very, very easy. There's a couple other fun little things that happen while you're playing. You'll have to fight people out and about in the wasteland, so that's why you train your people up using like the punch bag and stuff, and give them really good weapons, and then you will get to beat people up, kill them, and take all their stuff. So like I said, a pretty fun little game where you just wander around, do adventuring, and just maintain the systems and keep your family happy. I believe I paid £15 for this game, and it was totally worth it in my opinion. I really love these games where you've got to like maintain and stuff like that, and it is totally worth the nice easy 1000 gamer score if you're into that sort of thing. So if you think that's something that may interest you, give it a shot, because I thoroughly would recommend it. Oh, and just before I finish the video, I'll explain that that achievement that's related to the fish. So at the very beginning, I told you about having the pet fish and why that's important. At the very start of the game, get the pet fish, zoom in using the LT button, I think it is, where you get to see the level that you're on really close, and watch the fish until it starts blowing bubbles. Once it's finished blowing bubbles, hit the record that DVR function on your Xbox and watch the video back and count how many bubbles the fish blows. It'll blow a sequence of 4 bubbles. It'll blow a sequence of 4 loads of bubbles in like numbers 1 to 9. So it'll blow like 4 bubbles, then 3 bubbles, then 2 bubbles, then 4 bubbles, and then write that down because that's a code for a secret underground bunker that's somewhere in the wasteland. That once you get to it, you'll have to type in the code and then open it, and you'll get an achievement for opening that with 200 Gamerscore, which is the most Gamerscore you get for any individual achievement in the game. So keep an eye out for that, and once you've done that, you can kill the fish, and it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's my little guide. So if you do that, you can do this in one playthrough if you play pretty sensibly and look at a few guides. But like I said, totally worth it. I would thoroughly recommend you check this one out, guys. Let us know if you've seen it, or if you've played it before, because that'd be really interesting to know what you thought of the game. So anyway, I've been Spiderrichard. I've been talking about this game, Sheltered, and I'll catch you in another video.